Okay, welcome to episode 13 of That Marketing Show. Hey, this is a very interesting show. One, I want to say that we have some very interesting guests coming up. And two, I want to talk about the difference of what we're seeing in the economy as things start to change. I'm going to draw a little timeline up here, and I want to try and correlate what's happening in the market space with what's going on in the economy. I'm going to start back here in the year 2000, and I'm going to go all the way over here to 2000, and let's just do 2017. I like the number 17. All right, so this is, let's say, around okay, so let's just say this is 2013. Okay, it's about 2005 here, and this is about 2015. All right, use a different color chalk. Side yellow for the first time. So here we are, 2013. Okay? What's really happened in the economy is a sine wave. When you see a sine wave is like this. We had a bubble, we had a burst, we had a bubble, we had a burst, we had a bubble, we had a burst, we had a bubble. So you're sort of seeing this continually moving sine wave. Now, what you want to look at this is that the amplification of the sine wave, right? So if we really looked at this from a standpoint of amplification, around 2009, it really took the dive, right? So we really had some serious issues in our economy around 2008, 2009, and we just now are coming out. So now we're going to probably go through another growth phase, and there's going to be, continued up and down in the market. The question is how high and how low. Now, judging from what we're seeing from a marketing standpoint, and we judge it with the economy, we know that housing prices, for the first time, have really stabilized. For the first time, we've seen upward trending in housing prices. So what does that mean? The confidence factor is really this sine wave. So the sine wave, and again, I just drew this as an example of understanding what's going on. The reality is that we're in another phase of the economy where we have positive momentum and shift of the economy. Now, what does this relate to SEO, social media, pay-per-click ads, and all the things that we typically do in an agency? So, SEO from around 2000 was really sort of interesting. It had its day around 2005 where it sort of became now in vogue, and then 2008, 2009, 2010, you can actually look at this curve if you look in Google Trends, as SEO is now kind of not a dominant factor. A lot of people know what search engine optimization is because the market space has been educated. All right. So what happens is in marketing, when you educate a market, a lot of people rush in. So there's a lot of companies now providing search engine optimization services, and there's a lot of money now involved. And when money hits the target, when people now have been educated for long enough and it's a trend, what we start to see is two things start to happen. You have big data, which are bigger companies. Okay? Big data will come in and try and find the best way to become relevant in the market space and buy up the spots so they can have the money that's being flowed into this. The other thing that's happening is the shift to alternatives. Okay? What happens when big data comes in is big data pushes down the traditional search results. So big data is Wikipedia, is city search, is aggregation of content from like Indeed. So when you do search something on Google, you get your paid ads, and below that you see big data right below that. You'll see traditionally in these searches, just do a search and you'll see not companies come up, but data houses. And again, I'm saying whether data houses mean a citation site such as a Yelp or again, this is big data. Think about bigger companies. Maybe I should just say big data is big companies. But the influence of bigger companies now dominate these results has become more and more part of the game. And so becoming ranked in search engine optimization has become a bigger challenge, because you're not fighting typically all these relative competitors, you're fighting big data and the competitors. So what happens is we have to shift to alternate activities. Now, in the meantime, what's also happening is the rise of social media. So now we see the trend. If you looked at Google Trends, you see the trend of social media now creeping up as a term. Now what's happening is that SEO, search engine optimization, so if you looked at a website, a web page, and you typed in, let's just say, plumber, New York, okay, into the search box, right? What happens is now you've got results coming up. And again, you'll have some big data in here, you'll have some competitors, you'll have your result, let's say it's here, if you're a plumber and you're working with an SEO company. But what's also happening is this, plumber New York review, right? In fact, if you look at your analytics, you'll actually see that people are searching reviews for your company, right? And the other thing is that you're finding is that these results, right, whether you're on the top or in the middle or on the side, I'm not talking about the paid ads, but these results are correlating now to also this demographic of who you're connected to. So if you are logged into Google as a Google user, a lot of people use Gmail, you'll see results based off of who you're connected to. So if you're connected to somebody who knows someone within this framework, there'll be a little spot there that will say, you know, a little person. So what's happening is that the personalization of the internet is starting to happen, but it's happening rapidly. Why? Because SEO and big data are going to become more and more relevant in this spot. We're trying to find search. But what happens is that there are alternative methods, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, there are alternative methods to be found and alternative ways to be found now. Okay? So what's happening is SEO and its current status is doing its sine wave. And it's going to fall as well. It's a longer slope, but what's going to happen is that we're going to see social media start to mix and grow in another sine wave. The reason why this is because this social media has, just like anything else, it has its extension. It will die, again, and something else will return it. But right now, we're starting to see, in about a year or two, that the combination, actually in about somewhere around 2014 and a half, that's where I've kind of put this line in, that people will be spending more or equal amounts into their social media campaigns, because that will be part of your search results. That will not be necessarily destined to be pushed down by big data or reviews or anything else. It's going to be part of your strategy, because there'll be other criteria that go into search results that relate to your personal search, because once you start to become logged into your different social mechanisms, it's going to give you correlated results, because the intelligence of the internet is moving ahead really quickly. And what's selling is intelligence results back to the end user who's searching. And that, at the end of the day, is where internet search and marketing is going to go. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you on the other side.